Okay, you know it's a good day when you get a box and a half of Iron Mountain stuff. And what I got here is something really quite cool. So these are the console manuals from this thing called the American Broadcast Company in New York. And they had, well, I imagine they had Studio TV1, and this is Studio TV1. And then I have Studio 24, which was a audio production console, and then I have a mobile console. So they had these four kind of flavors of consoles. This is a mobile console, so this is like 460s. This is a mobile production console, audio production console, so this is also 460s. And then this one is the custom stereo television. So this is 1984, and this was the first iteration of the ST series. Man, I'd love to be able to go through. And then this one is a very common thing that a lot of engineers did, was they took the manuals out of the Sherlock binder and put it into these things so that they could, have everything all in one place. But I have all those scanned. I'll show you. Let's see if we can get some of the big drawings out. Just you see the layout. So most of these books, way to go. Most of these books and these binders are old, and they all came, like, just so much paperwork had to come with this stuff, right? I'll put this back off camera. But what you have is the original test reports of the console. So this would have been Jimmy Fong. So he tells you like all the measurements that he did on the entire console across the board. Boom. So this console was very interesting because it was one of the first that used 520 modules and 521s and 522 EQs, which were just, a modification of something else. So this was likely the console that paid for the ST series. And for each one of those, like, you got to remember, like, there's so many drawings that come with a console. So you have monitor schematic, phantom power schematics. You have, each one of these is an index of a page, console functional, PSU schematic, and all of that's here. And so here's like a console functional diagram, console input channel. So what they'll do is they'll draw one channel. So this is a M520 channel. And then they'll just say 1 through 36 are wired identically. And what you have here is what comes in on a patch point, goes to a microphone, line inputs, mic 1, mic 2, equalizers. So there's a 62B equalizer, so that's like a balanced console insert. And then there's an insert return, and it looks like there's some kind of other connector there. So they must have had a loop or a bypass or something, channel fader. And they did have the 5200 series computer in there as well. Let me just find, okay, so this will likely be, so they have these pouches. Like, you gotta remember, some of these drawings are just, I don't need to take it all out, just ginormous. Okay, so this is front layout. Okay, so this is the kind of, this is really what you want to see. So this is, so this console was 32 channels. Oh, 48 channels. What a beast. So it had like a programming module, future equalizers, a lot of B equalizers, stereo sub faders. So it had 4 stereo subgroups, space for ABC equipment, data tech keypad panel. So they must have had effects switching panel. So there were a bunch of, again, more custom modules for it. And then this is this sheet here tells you kind of the layout of the front and the sides. So this is what the console would have looked like when it was, from the front point of view. So mix minus assign modules. So there's some special mix minus assigns, auxiliary routing modules, and a lot of mix minuses. So they did a lot of subgroups and then mix minuses. So very, very cool stuff. I'll I'll put this one back together. And then in this box, I got a couple of cool things. So every now and then they would give you like a this is the radio, the R1200, R200, R2000 series. So each kind of one had like a little, like a promo book. This is a really cool one, M10002. I don't know if there's a photo here. Some of them have photos. 427. These were some manuals. I said, I don't actually have those manuals, but I'll take them. Stereo television. So this was like the first kind of iteration of it. And that's it. And I think I have this picture in the shop. It was in the factory. And then they included a nice, beautiful side view. And I don't think I have that one scanned, but what a beautiful little console that was. Operating summary for ABC Intercom. This is a really good one. The measurement of an audio system. Highly recommend that one. Then here, so this one was cool. So they had a 2484 broadcast multi-track console. And this thing was a beauty. Look at that thing. What a beautiful console. Anyway, I'm going to scan this eventually, but in the interim, it's just going to live in the archive and, you know, just sit there. So if anybody has serial number 84104, no, I don't think that's the serial number. The serial number is 84104. And if you can prove to me you have the serial number in some capacity, I will send you that book. Anyway, thank you to Tom for sending me these books. Really appreciate it. There are very few people in the world who, you know, will take care of documentation and schematics and stuff like this. So please, if, you know, if you need a home for some stuff, I'll scan it and digitize it and do what I can. But you can see this stuff is getting old, and it's, you know, if I put it in the sun, it would disappear. But here's a functional. So you see, every one of these is a sub drawing, and I have some of these original ones. I don't know who is A&K, but that's PA, so that's Padromus. But yeah, what a big console. I don't even have enough room to open this up here, but kind of crazy.